What's up, YouTube? Back here with another video, and today, like the title says, we're going to take a look at the Jumper 86. Now, this ready-to-fly quadcopter is not new. It's been out 5-6 months. You might be saying, why review it? Because it's kind of old and it's nothing too special. I kind of feel that it is, all right? Now, the number one most obvious thing that I find special about this little drone is the fact that it's $60 currently right now on sale. You have to check, obviously, the link will be in the description, but I got it. I bought it 2 weeks ago for 60 bucks. 60 bucks shipped. Now that comes ready to fly, or bind and fly, excuse me, not ready to fly. This is a bind and fly drone. Comes bind and fly. They have FR Sky, Fly Sky, I believe DSM 2 or X or one of those. And you get it, you bind it up, and you're ready to go, right? So other people did review of this drone here. I'm just trying to put my thoughts together in order, how I want to say this. So winter's coming, right? It's in the title. Winter is coming. And with that happening, your options, they shrink, right? So you're kind of confined to flying indoors or outside a little less because it's starting to get really cold, or you have snow, or whatever your conditions are. I know in my area, I live in New Jersey, so I get, we have the possibility for full-on hardcore winters. Fortunately, last year, winter was a little mild, and we can I could still, hopefully I should be able to fly a little bit through the wintertime. But your options get limited. So you can go with a tiny whoop, right? This is a brushless, right? This is, brushed, a little brush drone, flies off the little micro batteries. This is connected to my Tyrannus as well. Betaflight 317 or 316, I think, is on this thing. It flies in angle mode, and it flies like a whoop does, right? Power isn't the best. You could burn out you could burn a motor out at any time. They're small, but they have positives. They're really small. That's a positive as well. They're fun, right? You can just kind of whip them around the house without banging into stuff and not causing an issue. And they're fun. That's what they are. I find these to be a lot lacking in power. And for me, it's hard to go from something like a 5-inch or even this guy, we'll get to this guy, and then go to something like this, because this can't recover as well, and all you can do is just mosey along, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But I know I have a hard time adjusting my flight styles to these things. So my thought was to get a drone in between that you could fly inside, maybe outside if you want, brushless. And I've been looking around. There's many options. But for a $60 price tag, right? Let's look at this thing real quick. Actually what you're here for. These got 1104 motors. All right, 1104 7500 kV jumper branded. They look like DYS motors, but who knows? Supposedly has 10 amp ESCs, separate ESCs, which I kind of think is cool. For a cheaper price, you can kind of keep it going. I think it's kind of a neat idea. So 10 amp ESCs. It has a proprietary flight stack in here. You got a 25 milliwatt VTX that's switchable from these dip switches right here. All right, this is the FR Sky version, and the bind button is right there. Okay, so you're gonna push that, plug it in, and bind like normal. I was lucky enough to flip these channels around and I fly on B6 most of the time. I was able to find my channels, so that's cool. Up here on your flight pod, you have your little camera. This is your FPV antenna. This is your little, RX antenna for your controller. It has this little UV thing on here for race transponders or whatever the heck it's supposed to be for, and there's your selectors for that. Once I get into this thing, I'll probably take that off because for me that's completely pointless. It's got a little CMOS camera in the top. It's all kind of protected and enclosed. And for me, this is my perfect indoor, all-around quad, right? Because in my opinion, these, this is your three ranges, right? You got a little whoop or a little brushed plastic or a little something that's a little slower or whatever. And then you have this. This is a full 3-inch, right? This is 3-inch props with 1105 motors. But this thing is way too wild to fly indoors. I mean, first of all, this is lighter than this. So this is a 3-inch flying on 3S. And this is lighter than this, which is 2-inch flying on 2S. So I cannot fly this inside. I mean, this thing handles the outdoors with no problem. Really, really fun. You know, this is 112 millimeter. This is 86 millimeter. These are, I believe, 70 millimeter or something like that. So, you know, you get your 3 sizes. So, really, really slow, only indoors. Too fast, can't be indoors. And then this, wherein lies this. It's kind of in between. It's still slow enough to fly indoors, but still has enough power that if you want to fly it outside, you can. It's fully ducted and protected. This frame is so solid. Like, I wish I can get it through to you. Like these, I break these all the time. See how it squishes? Like I'm putting some pressure and they squish. Not this. This does not squish. I mean, a little, but I mean, it's like a little flexible, but a lot solid. This is a molded, you know, a molded plastic. The camera is protected. The antennas, you know, they're not going to get broken. This thing gets knocked off, knocked around. These get bashed around. This has way more range because it is 200 milliwatt. This is only 25 milliwatt. Again, this is 200 milliwatt, a lot farther range. This has got barely no range. I maybe get about 50 meters out of it before I do fail-safe, before it fail-safes and loses connection. Same thing with this. This is 25 milliwatt, but I can fly my entire house and I can fly around my house when I'm sitting inside. So, you know, you got to take it for what it's worth. 1104 motors, 7500 kV, 10 amp ESCs. These are BL Heli S, right? We'll get back to that. It's an F3 omnibus flight controller with OSD. This does not have OSD. This does not have OSD, but I mean, I could put it on this if I wanted to, but OSD, 2S, F3 omnibus board. What else? I mean, it's got all the features. It's got OSD on there. I can get in and control the PIDs through this. I was able to get into the BL Heli suite and upgrade these ESCs for the BL Heli 16.67 D-Shock command. So guess what? Here's the next best part. This has turtle mode on it, but again, too fast for inside. This is brushed and kind of whatever. This has D-Shock command turtle mode. So now when I flip over in the house, I can just flip it right back over. There's no antennas to get beat up or bashed around. The props are all covered and protected. I mean, you can fly this and crash this. I've been flying this thing for like 4 straight days in the house, burning through batteries, loving every second of it. It's docile enough to fly inside. I know I've said this 6 times already. It's docile enough to fly indoors. It's fast enough, you know, it's got enough power and punch that I can do flips and rolls inside and recover. It is heavy, and it's not this, right? It's not your high performer. It just does not fly like a 5-inch. It flies like an indoor, brushless micro. There are many other options out there, but trust me when I'm telling you, if you are getting to your winter time, now, you know, I bought this with my own money. I just want, you know, spend yourself the $60 and you're gonna have fun flying indoors. This thing won't break as easy. You know, here's your USB right here, so you can configure it, running Betaflight 3.2 with all the good features, all the cool features on it. I'll show you the different features in a second. Let's see, we'll weigh it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, with the battery, let's go without battery. 82.9 grams. Sucker is heavy. Here's my full 3-inch. This flies 3S. 85 grams. So you see my point. This thing is crazy fast. 82, that was 82, and a whoop, 20 grams. So, again, this is kind of your thing, right? But that's what it is. That's the weight. All right. Also, it does come with these DYS 2-inch props. These fly fine. There's no problem with it. It was very loud, so I gave these Gem Fan props a try just to see if it might quiet it down. Equally as loud, but don't worry. These these props are fine. It flew fine with it, you know. On 3.2, I did not fly this off the stock. I think it came with a 316 stock out of the box. I did not. I upgraded it right to 3.2. Got everything set up to go. So on 3.2, I'm running stock PIDs pretty much. I just put it on PT1. I activated the D term, whatever you call it, and what do you call I'm now having a brain fart. I'll annotate it on the screen. Having a brain fart now, but let's see. So you're gonna want to use
angle mode
450. I'd say 450 milliamp 2S. I got 350s. I got 450s on the way. The 350 is a little underpowered. I think the 450 with a better C rating is going to be perfect, and you're going to get yourself that 4-minute flight time. Right now I'm getting like 2.5, 3 minutes. The other thing is I also put an XT60 on it with some 18 gauge wire. You probably don't need to do that. I do that with all my stuff because everything I have has XT30s. So for me, it's easier for charging and all, but it does come with a red JST, you know, the red JST plug. I don't know, this is just my preference. I'll plug it in. All right, you can hear that. So this is running PPM. So okay, it's not the super fast protocol, but again, for what it is, I think it's fine. It bound right up, no problem. So we'll say all the new features. Betaflight 3.2, check. BLHeli with the D-Shock commands on the ESCs, check. Guess what? It doesn't come with a buzzer, but you can update it and make your motors the buzzer. Buzzer, check. Let's go to turtle mode. I'll show you that real quick. See if I can make it happen. It is heavy, keep that in mind. There you go. Turtle mode, check. Arm, check. And guess what? Here's another one that I think is cool.
telemetry lost.
Telemetry, check. Already set up on it. It will give you RSSI low warnings. There you go, telemetry recovered. And we're back up again. OSD, like I said, I don't know what else more you can ask for. It's got all the new features. It's powerful enough. I'm having a good time with it. So there you go. That's the Jumper 86 and my take on the wintertime and what you have coming. I mean, these are your options, right? For the indoor, something like this or something like this. Or you're going to end up with something like this with some dinky prop guards on it that aren't going to do a whole lot. This side right here, to me, in my opinion, that's what's going to be fun for the wintertime. So that's all I got. That's my spiel right now. Check out the Jumper 86. Link will be in the description. I think it's fun. 60 bucks, bind and fly. Whatever. Take it for what it's worth. There you go. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.